I just want to sleep. It's been a hard day at crypto. Let me just check my coins real quickly before I do. I'm rich. I'm rich. I can't sleep now. I kind of look at cryptocurrencies as a gift and a curse. It's a gift to your wallet. Not so good for your other half. Not so good for your sleep life. Would I have turned away crypto had I known what I was getting myself into before I went down that rabbit hole? You bet I would. Not. Because crypto's great, obviously. Let's have a look at it. Having a look at the market today. We can see Bitcoin is steadily getting higher and higher. 43.74. While Ethereum is also doing the same. Maybe following just the same amount of growth that Bitcoin is. While Bitcoin Cash is still falling slowly day after day after day. Ripple's doing great. Isn't that great? 10%. Litecoin though, above 60. That's pretty cool to see. Monero still above 140. It's practically 3 times in price. Look at that crazy line. That price action is mental. And then you zoom in, it doesn't look like it at all. Moving on. We are over $160 billion total market cap. Bitcoin having recovered some of its dominance back now to 45%. And if we have a look at the amount of SegWit transactions, which is a new compression method, how many transactions are entering those blocks? If we have a look, the blue line represents the amount of blocks that had SegWit transactions in them. As you can see, the line is growing quite rapidly. If we have a look at some of the biggest gainers in the last 24 hours, we can see no limit coins way up here. We talked a lot about no limit coin. The team won't be satisfied with anything less than $1 by the end of this year. Monaco, TokenCard, and ARK also make up massive gains. So let's have a look into those in case you weren't aware of any of these projects starting up with TokenCard. Now I think we're about to see an influx of these types of coins. TokenCard is a debit card with contactless that you can use either their coin to make purchases at retailers or any ERC20 token, which if you didn't know is any coin that's built on the Ethereum network, which is quite a lot. You've got a lot of variety. A lot is built on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, as I say, I think there's going to be a lot of competition. So one of these, I think, is going to emerge as the go-to one, and which one that's going to be, no one knows. I do think those that are earliest to the space will have the biggest advantage, but the market will decide. Now, if you make a purchase using the TokenCard, you get a 1% transaction fee. This fee goes to holders of the coin, so that's where the value comes in. As well as that, if you actually make the purchase completely using TokenCards, then you avoid this fee. Now, for a long time, I've been worried about how we're going to achieve mass market adoption when we don't have any buyer protection using cryptocurrencies. So, for example, one of the most popular coin payment methods at the moment is coin payments. Now, you can use their platform, you can buy goods and services, but what if you bought, for instance, a graphics card online and they sent you a sock instead? So under the rare example that I wouldn't actually want to keep the sock, how do I get my money back? If we have a look at terms and conditions for coin payments, they specifically state that all transactions are final with no method of chargeback or recourse. We're unable to reverse or provide refunds made through our payment system. So why would anyone use that over, say, a credit card, which has a lot of consumer protection? Isn't blockchain meant to increase trust or to eliminate the need for us to trust other people because it's there on an immutable ledger, and yet we have to deal with this? But excitingly, TokenCard does allow chargebacks, as well as the other cards that are coming into the space. Most, if not all, will also have a chargeback feature. Now, how is that going to work, you might ask? So, for example, if you bought something last week and it cost 1 Ether, and now the price of Ether has doubled in a week, and you go to do a chargeback thinking you're going to get 2 Ether, you'd actually get 0.5 Ether for today's valuation. Now, I did mention there is a lot of competition. Monaco is another one. They have a very interesting platform. They do Bitcoin and Ethereum and plan to soon allow ERC20 tokens. There's also a lot of rumors and speculation about a partnership with Visa, although nothing concrete has come out of their camp with regards to that yet. Another massive grower just missing out on the top 100 on CoinMarketCap is Navcoin. 40% growth in the last 24 hours. If you have a look at the website, it's easy to see why. They hit the buzzword. Buzzword of this week is privacy. Privacy payments, staking, 5% proof of stake. That's very nice for big whales for the coin and very fast transaction times. Easy to see why people like this coin. And lastly, for the coins that have done really well in the past 24 hours is Artcoin. In fact, it's done really well since around the start of this month. Phenomenal growth. Easy to see why it hits two buzzwords. First being privacy, optional privacy, and physical card system. As well as that, they have some pretty far out there ideas such as interplanetary file system, interplanetary database. I don't know if they literally mean for other worlds, but they're going for it. They also talk about bridging, which is an interesting concept of linking other blockchains using their platform. Whether or not that's a reality, whether or not that's possible, we shall have to see. Now, rather surprisingly, District 0x been receiving a lot of media attention. I'm not really helping that. I'm sorry. There is a rumor of it being listed on Bittrex very soon. The rumors come from this screenshot that kind of shows DNT, meaning District 0x, getting some sort of wallet update on the Bittrex account. Whether or not this means that it's about to go live on the Bittrex platform, it kind of seems so. When that will be, not sure. Everyone loves when a coin gets onto Bittrex because that's one of the largest and biggest exchanges. It's easier for people to buy the coins, so they usually do a little bit better once they get on there, some of them outright exploding. Might not happen with District 0x. Just letting you know of the rumor. Now, this is pretty exciting news. Would Uber, the biggest taxi monolith in the world, start using Bitcoin as an accepted method of payment? Well, they have a new CEO who is quite pro-Bitcoin. So let's have a look at that. The new Uber CEO is named Dara Khosrowshahi, I think. And in March 2015 is rumored to have deposited a huge sum into Bitcoin, as well as that is a member of the professional Bitcoin P2P digital currency group. So the CEO knows all about Bitcoin. So could they start to accept Bitcoin as a payment method? Probably not. Bitcoin's too slow, at least for the moment. Maybe in the not too distant future, that could be really something which brings cryptocurrencies to the mass market. But what if Uber had the bright idea of launching their own ICO? They could call it Uber Coins, the only coin that you can use for taxis. They'd probably raise $500 million, right? It's backed by Google. But that's putting aside the fact that people can actually pay for their taxis in Bitcoin using one of the previously mentioned debit cards. So there is that. But I think definitely that could be very huge. I think it's easy for us to forget just how many people know so little about cryptocurrencies. If you're like me and you only talk to crypto geeks, or at least they were your friends and then you turned them and converted them, and you spend your time watching people like me on YouTube, easy to forget how many people know nothing about it. They might have heard the word Bitcoin, but how many people have actually bought it, earned it, mined it? Very, very little. We have a long way to go, but we are getting there. Now, I did not expect this, but in the news, there is reports of at least 3 members of the US Congress that are currently working on legislation to protect cryptocurrencies. That's right, protect, not destroy. In fact, they go as far as to say that crypto should not be treated like a security or investment and should be protected against taxation. That would be huge. No tax on crypto. I would love to see that. I really doubt that's going to happen. I don't think anything positive is going to be enacted by the US government in regards to cryptocurrencies for a number of years. I think they'll fight it tooth and nail until eventually they have to give in at some point. Here's hoping that sooner rather than later. I think these countries such as Vietnam, embracing it, are very forward thinking. Hopefully the United States and the rest of the world catch on and don't miss out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Another day, another dollar. I mean Bitcoin. Let me just check my coins real quick. They're down. I knew this would happen as soon as I bought.